Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's a bit early, I'm not quite sure when I'm gonna upload this video, but it's not even December yet and I'm craving Christmas audiobooks. So today I thought we would check out some of the new releases of the year. I'm pretty sure that all of these books just came out, so that's always quite exciting. And yeah, I'm in the need for a new audiobook and I thought we can find one together. So I'm quickly gonna go through the ones I have selected. Obviously, I don't really know a lot about them yet, but yeah, just let me tell you what I have here. The first one is the one that right now I would get just based on the author, and that is One More Christmas at the Castle by Trisha Ashley. And I listened to Trisha Ashley's book from last last December, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. And if I remember correctly, this one is about a woman called Sabine. I don't know how to say that. And it's her last Christmas in this home, and I think she invites someone to organize a Christmas party for her. And it is probably romantic, but I really like the notion of this, you know, older woman with her home. Yeah, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, so it sounds fantastic. Then we have The Christmas Wedding Guest by Susan Mallery. This one I was a little bit more unsure about when I looked it up, but this is about some sisters. I'm not quite sure how many. I think 3 sisters. It's usually 3, isn't it? No, it's 2 sisters. So yeah, they are in like very different stages of their lives. We'll see. This one I'm not so sure about. Then we have The Christmas Bookshop. This is by Jenny Colgan, and I think this is a very famous author for books like that. So I haven't read any of her books yet, but I thought I put it in here. And I mean, it is about a bookshop. Like, we all like cozy books about bookshops. And I think this one is about a woman called Carmen who is kind of looking for a new start, and she takes over this bookshop, but I think that the bookshop is not going so well, so it's about whether she can lift it back up, make it profitable, I think. Then we have The Merry Christmas Project by Cathy Bramley. And this one also sounded very interesting. This is about a woman who has a candle business, and I'm a candle addict, so I love scented candles, so that definitely intrigued me. And it's also a romance, I think, with a single dad, which is always really fun. I think that Trisha Ashley book I listened to last year also had, I don't know if he was a single parent or, yeah, I think so. Or was it his nephew? I'm not quite sure. But I do like seeing single parents in romances. Then the next contender is The Little Christmas House, and this is by Tracy Rees. And the subtitle says an absolutely gripping Christmas romance, so I'm not quite sure. So what is this about? I see 2 people, Holly and Edward, and it's about the Christmas house, and I think this is like this small town vibes, and yeah, not quite sure, but it sounded really cute. And the last one, I think, is also the shortest one, and it is Sleigh Bells Ring by RaeAnne Thayne. Don't know if that's correct. This one just has the cutest cover because it has this like truck with a Christmas tree and a bow. It's just super cute. I don't know if I will be putting the little covers into the video because sometimes I'm just lazy, but if I do, you will see what I mean. It's a really cute cover, and I think this one has a very basic premise as well, with Annie and Tate, who will probably fall in love, I guess. So I'm gonna listen to the little samplers you get on Audible, and I will tell you which book I will read. I'm very intrigued. So we have 6 books. I will rank them for you when I'm done. Let's get into this. Okay, so I just finished listening to the 5 minutes of One More Christmas at the Castle. As I said, I already know the author, so this one isn't a lot of surprise. It sounds very similar to the book I listened to last year in the writing style. We have a viewpoint of a woman called Maria, who is the housekeeper of Sabine, the older woman in the castle. And we learn that she has to care for her husband, who has a medical condition now, and that she won't be able to work in the same way she has before. So I guess this will set things off with Sabine deciding to do this Christmas party where she has to hire someone new, who is, as far as I can tell, Dido, and she will meet her teenage crush, Xan? I don't know how to say that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a fantastic book as well. It probably deals with, like, you know, your past and past mistakes, and then also, you know, different generations coming together, which is something I really enjoyed in her previous book. So yeah, this one gives me a very good feeling. The little sample was also very nice. But yeah, that was the not so surprising one. Let's go to the others. Okay, so I just listened to the Christmas Wedding Guest little sampler, and this one sounds really good as well. So basically in this little part we follow Reggie when she talks to her dog, which, okay, love it. And basically her mom calls to tell her that they're getting married again because her parents eloped and her mom has always been sad about it, and now they want to plan this huge Christmas wedding. And Reggie is supposed to come to live with her family for 5 weeks to help plan that event. And while she's there, she meets her first love, it says here, Toby, and this sounds like a second chance romance. And meanwhile we have her sister. Okay, my sushi just arrived, that was important. We have her sister Dana, who is pregnant but on her own. She doesn't have a partner, but then she meets someone at the place where she's staying, at the inn. So yeah, it seems to be centered around that wedding party for the parents, the sisters coming back home again, being, you know, single. And yeah, it sounds really cute. It really does sound really cute. You give me a dog or a cat and I'll be happy. So moving right along, so far it's going great and I have no idea which one I'm gonna choose. Okay, so this was the Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan, and this one seems to be set in Edinburgh, and we follow a girl called Carmen, and in this little clip she gets a call from her mum, basically talking about the holidays, and then also about how the department store where Carmen works is not going well. And we learn from the description of the book that actually it will close and she will have to look for a new job when her sister Sophia mentions this bookshop. So she goes there to work in the bookshop, but there she learns that the bookshop also isn't doing so great. And it doesn't really talk about a romance here, but I could imagine that it would be with the owner of the bookshop. But yeah, this one was also really good. I really loved the tone. It was so funny but subtle, and this kind of British feel is just what I need right now. I will never be able to decide. This is Oh my god. Okay, next one. The Merry Christmas Project. Okay, so this was the Merry Christmas Project. This is one I'm not quite sure about. So from the description we have Mary, which is actually written M-E-R-R-Y. And she started a candle business, and then she's going back to her hometown for Christmas. And then there's Cole, who is a single dad, and he seems to be some kind of a builder, and he moves to this town as well, and they meet for some reason. But in this little first bit, we actually start out with Mary, the main character, on a date with her partner, it seems. They are living together and they seem to be quite happy, so I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen there. So probably if you don't like kind of breakup stories or something like that, this seems to be one where, you know, it starts off with her being happy, then something happens, and then she goes home to her family. So that's the vibe I'm getting just from the sampler, so not quite sure if that's correct, but yeah, I think this is not one that will get into the closer, like the top 3 or something like that. We'll see. It doesn't sound bad, but just compared to the others, I think I like this one a little bit less. So we have 2 to go. Let's hurry up. Okay, so that was The Little Christmas House. Similar to the last book, this starts out with the main character Holly being in a relationship. She is a teacher and she's dating a guy, and it says in the description that he will leave her because he had an affair and is having a child with someone else. And it seems that Holly really wants to be a mother as well. And yeah, so she is basically left by this man, and then she meets sexy newcomer Edward, which Edward is a weird name, like I don't know about that one. He bought a house called Christmas House, and he's trying to build it back up because it is very old. But yeah, it's a little bit harder than he thought, and they meet, but Holly is, you know, holding back because she doesn't want her heart to be broken again, I guess. So this is also one that will probably not be in my top 3. It doesn't sound bad, but it just sounds like, yeah, there's also this kind of bit in the front where just something bad has to happen first, and I'm not quite sure whether I'm in the mood for this. Also, this is one of the shorter ones, and I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of a longer audiobook as well. So, one more. Okay, the last one was Sleigh Bells Ring, and that's the one with a nice cover, and it's also starting off really good. Now, in this one, we have Annie, whose family once owned this estate, but it was bought by a rich man when she was a child, I guess. And then she was taking care of that building for the rich man, but then he died, and now his, I guess, grandson showed up, Tate, and they seem to have a lot of tension. Like, already in these first 5 minutes, there's so much tension between the two. It sounds glorious. So that one could also be really, really fun if you like these more antagonistic couples, you know, that start out not really impressed by each other. Sounds really, really good. So while I've been listening to this, I think I made up my mind about the order. While I do think that the first 4 are all pretty much tied, they all sound amazing. I do think the last 2 are not so much my cup of tea, but they could still be amazing for you. All of these had really high ratings on Goodreads, so I think all of these would be a great choice if you're looking for a Christmas read. So on the 6th spot, I have The Merry Christmas Project. It's, you know, it's just the one that didn't click with me so much, just because the beginning didn't feel so Christmassy, and I'm pretty sure that it changes after maybe like 10% or something like that. But yeah, this one just didn't catch me with these 5 minutes, and this is like a try chapter challenge, so these books have to perform right from the start. Then in the 5th spot, I have The Little Christmas House. This one did click with me more. I did enjoy the kind of narration style more, and the main character seems to be a very interesting character. I don't really like pregnancy stories, so her obviously wanting a child is something that puts me off a little bit, but you know, that's just a very personal thing. Other people will really, you know, appreciate this and feel for the main character because of that. And I said, it still sounds really good. Then the 4th one does pain me a little bit. But I think I'm gonna go with Sleigh Bells Ring for the 4th one. While it sounds super, super fun and I love the tension of the 2 characters, it is the shortest one on the list, and right now I just feel like one that I can get into. You know, if I take a very short one, I will finish it before December. Like, that's not good. But yeah, I could see myself listening to this one maybe later in December when, you know, we're all in hectic Christmas times, because this really seems to be a fun one with a lot of tension in the couple. Then on 3rd place, I put The Christmas Wedding Guest, even though it's pretty much tied with Sleigh Bells Ring. This one again sounded really good. I did like that it started out with Reggie's dog, because I love animals in these kind of stories. I'm a huge animal lover, and especially cats, but I also really enjoy dogs in these kind of stories. So yeah, that definitely convinced me that I would like this. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the whole family aspect of it. I do think it's cute that the parents are getting married again, but yeah, I don't know. It's just the next 2 just seem to be even better in my opinion. And the top 2 are completely tied for me. Like, I'm not sure which one I'm gonna choose. So these are both in 1st place basically. So we have The Christmas Bookshop, which honestly, like, give me books and I will be happy. This is definitely one I consider. I really like the humor in these 5 minutes, and the main character seems to be interesting, but especially like the way it was written just spoke to me. And as I said, like, Jenny Colgan is really, really famous for her novels. And then we have One More Christmas at the Castle, which, as I said, I loved Trisha Ashley's book last year, so I'm pretty sure I would love this one as well. I do like the aspect of like multiple generations coming together without them being family, because that was one thing I loved about her book last year. And this one sounds really good in that aspect. It's really hard. Like, I think I'm gonna go and do I'm gonna do what's it called in English? I'm gonna do a coin thing, but just digitally. So we have One More Christmas at the Castle is 1, and The Christmas Bookshop is number 2, and I'm gonna toss the coin, the digital coin 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. It's number 1. I don't know, am I disappointed? I don't know. These both sound so good. But I'm gonna go with one more Christmas at the Castle, and we'll see. I do plan on rereading a book on audio as well in December, but I will probably get to at least one more Christmassy audiobook if I'm still in the mood. So yeah, I'm gonna start with this one. I'm excited for it. I think it will be so cozy and perfect. And this was so much fun. All of these sound amazing. So if you are looking for a Christmassy read, now you got some recommendations. And I will talk to you soon. Bye! Oh, let me know which one of these you would read as well. I would love to hear about that.